Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI Advance. This is thejonnymar, and I am starting off this episode with a little Easter egg sequence. So if you head into the inn in Vector, the Imperial City, the innkeeper says, hey, you can stay here for free, don't worry about it. And then while you snooze away, he comes around and steals 1,000 Jill from you, because he is a complete bastard. And the moral of the story is, don't trust what you hear, especially not in Vector. Now after this, I am going to show off a couple NPCs to learn a little bit more information about the Imperial City and also the Empire in general. And we find out Cid is the director of the program to infuse people with magic, including this cure spell and this little boy. Now, when you're up here, you want to dodge the Imperial soldiers, because if you come in contact with them, you'll actually get thrust into a fight. So by talking to these different citizens in the pub, or cafe as it originally was called, you find out, one, that Cid is infusing people with magic, which we found out already through this juicy gossip. But we also find out that Kefka actually was the first experiment. And it made him pretty strong magically, but also shattered his mind. So newsflash, folks, he seems to be insane. I know that's a real shocker. And continuing on with the story. So to actually get into the facility, we need to talk to this old man up here. And he happens to be a returner sympathizer. So he will distract the soldiers for us so that we can sneak into the facility. So he's going to show off his inner thespian here. And while he's doing that, we're going to sneak behind all of them. He does a great job distracting those two brown guards, but the leader seems to be staring right at us, and yet he can't see us, so that's a good thing. So thank you, random citizen. Your help is greatly appreciated. So we're going to head into the facility, and we're going to hear one of the most underappreciated theme songs in this game. In my opinion, anyway. I love this theme music. And while we're in battle here, I'm going to show off Sabin's new blitz that I picked up in between episodes. What used to be called the Flame Dance is actually now called the Rising Phoenix, and I'm going to pause it so that you can see that those little guys running around there are actually little Sabins. Nice little touch. You're going to find while you're in this facility that a lot of the enemies are resistant to physical attacks. So if you brought a highly physical team with you, you're going to struggle in here. Now, most of the characters do have alternate attacks, special attacks, etc., so it's not a big deal. But this facility is very much a maze of pipes and treasure chests to pick up. And there are also conveyor belts that you can use to get around. So I'm going to try to show you guys the most effective route through this place to get all the items and also minimize the very high encounter rate. We are likely going to get into quite a few random battles in here. Now, fortunately, that guard in the back there you can actually steal a tent from. So any random battles with those guys, those are good because tents cost a lot and it's really good to stock up while you can. So of course, in these fights you do want to use magical based attacks. So Sabin's blitzes and Edgar's flash, for example, those are all based on magic. And we want to head down this little pipe here, and that'll take us to the next area via this conveyor belt. This is a quick stop. Just grab the treasure chest and jump on this other conveyor belt. You can walk around, and basically all it does for you is take you back and give you different ways to continue on in this facility. You're also noticing that I'm picking up some elemental-based blades, which are good because they have a random chance of initiating a magic attack, but they also increase your magic damage, which is a godsend in this facility. Now, some of you might be wondering why I jumped in that conveyor belt. This is actually where you need to go to advance the storyline. And we are actually only about a few steps away from where we need to go to progress things. But this is the best way to actually get all of the items in this area most efficiently. And I will be showing you that route in a little bit. Ah, there's a tent. Great. Now, Gao is a good character to bring along as well, and nice little level up there. Let's see where my guys are at. Looks like Celeste is pretty close to leveling up, so let's get Kate Sith on her. Because Gao actually can learn quite a few... Oh, sorry, I'll shut up. It's Kefka. Tell us what you really think about yourself, Kefka. A warring triad, huh? He seems very excited about that, which probably is not a good thing. Oh, those espers? He's not really treating them very well. Take a hike. Well, does this mean we can have another showdown with Kefka? Let's see here. No. He apparently just disappeared into nowhere. So we're going to use this elevator to go up a level, and we're going to backtrack a little bit and get some items. That's too bad. I was really hankering to have another fight with Kefka. It's always fun to beat him down and have him run away. Hopefully those two espers were not the ones we were here to save, and that there's actually more for us to actually, you know, help. Because they didn't look like they were in very good shape. Kefka was kind of throwing them around like they weren't much. Head down here, and there's an item hidden back here. Golden armor, that's a good pickup. We'll stick that on Edgar. And there's another hidden little area over here to the right, or left actually, that has another item behind the wall. Get used to Rising Phoenix and Flash. They do the most damage, and obviously they attack all of the enemies, so I'm going to be using them pretty much as my main attacks. The first time I actually did this place, I got really lost, and that's very easy to do, especially with those conveyor belts. And Celeste leveled up, so let us see who needs Kate Sith now. Lock. And again, kind of my main strategy here is to level up everyone's magic, which I feel is the most helpful stat at this point. Now, the Golden Helm's not necessarily that helpful because the Green Beret doesn't have much less defense, and with the Golden Helm you don't get the HP plus, so definitely go with the Green Beret. Can you steal another tent? Sweet. So yeah, I got really lost the first time I did this facility. And it's taken quite a few plays of this game in order to kind of get it all down in my mind. Not that that helps with the encounter rate. It's proto armors. Basically the palette swap of the Magitek armor. Ah, and I messed up on my blitz. If you're keeping track at home, I think that's the second time I've messed up so far. Maybe we'll need a counter at some point. I wonder if they're weak to thunder, probably. No. Well, he was in a pretty weakened state regardless. We got a bioblaster. Nice, I guess. Only a couple more treasure chests to get, and then we will continue onward. Dragoon Boots. Those allow you to jump like a Lancer or Dragoon. And it actually will replace your fight command if you equip them as a relic. Getting pretty lucky with these tents. And interestingly enough, if you do equip the Dragoon Boots, you can put them on Edgar or Mog much later in the game. And because their main weapon is a spear, it actually will double the damage of the jump attack. Which you might expect, knowing the Dragoons from other Final Fantasies. So, who needs this now? Sabin does. And I'm not sure, I don't think you can equip the Genji glove with 2 spears, but maybe you can. I've never really tried that before. Perhaps one of my viewers has done that and can comment below and let me know if that's possible or not. In all honesty, I don't think I even have 2 spears on me right now. So we are almost done. We just have one more area to get to. There is a little secret side pipe that'll take us down to a secret room. And in that room is a couple more treasure chests, and then we will be done and ready to go on. Ooh, Mithril Mail. My rare steals continue. And because the enemies are all pretty weak to magic attacks, this is a really good place to level. Onion Knights. One has to wonder, are these little children that the Empire is forcing into combat? Or are they little people? Or maybe robots, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, viewers? You'll notice the levels are coming fast and often, so as I mentioned, great place to level. So let's head down this pipe here, and there is the room. Get us a Zephyr Cape. And I think the other chest is the 3rd Elemental Sword. We've gotten the Flame Sword, or Tongue, or I don't know exactly what it's called. And I think we've also gotten the Thunder so far, so that one should be the Blizzard or Ice, depending on what they call it in this version. So that will be a sword for all 3 of my sword wielders. Ice Brand. So now all of them should have a magic increaser on. And we will head back to that conveyor belt we went on before. And that is it. We've gotten all the items. So now we just need to head back to where Kefka was and head down to where those 2 espers went. And small spoiler, we're going to have to actually talk to them. And for any of you that have played Final Fantasy before, to gain a summon creature's power, you typically have to fight them. And that will be the case when it comes to those 2 espers. We will have to battle them. They're not super tough, but they don't come easy. So, in my next episode, we will do that. We will take on Shiva and Ifrit. In the meantime, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time.